Boy, boy, this can go fast if you want. Good morning, folks. Welcome to Motorcycle Trails. Today I will be reviewing a different genre of motorcycle altogether. This is a Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650. SM650 is based on the same 650 platform from Royal Enfield. We have already ridden, tested and reviewed the bikes like Interceptor and Continental GT. Both are fantastic machines. Although this is something which is, I would say, truly exceptional. Talking about the engine is a beautiful 650cc twin cylinder, which makes around 47 PS and around 55 Nm of torque. Both are in a good healthy range, usable, and it's fun to ride. I mean, I've been riding this bike in the city and on the highways. Both the places it is good enough for the Indian roads, good enough for the Indian audience. And yeah, I know there are certain 650s which are much more powerful than this, but honestly, I mean, I've been riding on these roads. Just look at the traffic here. Where's the place to ride? It's a good tractable engine. I've been riding this in the city, and trust me, even in the low down revs, the bike can pick up. I mean, there's no issue of the bike lagging or stalling. Almost in every gear, you can just start accelerating. Super slick 6-speed gearbox. So typically if I'm riding in the city, the first 3 gears are like very useful, and the 5th and 6th gear feel more like an overdrive, or if you're like trying to go really fast, doing a 0 to 100, something of that sort. Otherwise the gearbox is pretty slick. Each gear slots in perfectly. So for the rider, the bike is pretty comfortable. I'm 6 feet tall, and I felt the riding ergonomics were spot on. The handlebar is just at the right height. The rider triangle is sorted. Cruisers, they come from the American market, where you have long highways. The road surface obviously is amazing. As per the design, the suspension has very limited travel. Now that thing becomes like a disadvantage for Indian roads, because the lesser the travel you have, the more stiffer the ride is going to be. Right now I can feel almost everything which is on the road, but you can't help it. At least the good part is the seat is pretty comfortable. It gives good support to the rider, so you not feel that it is a very uncomfortable bike. So if you're looking for a bike which is both good for everyday riding and your occasional highway rides, I think this could be it. 5 things which I feel are the best is the looks. I really love it. The smooth engine and the gearbox. The ergonomics are like sorted. Fit and finish is excellent, and the rideability. The bike is just so rideable, so tractable. For me, I mean, if you ask me how much would I rate, I'll give it a solid 5 stars. But when I start to find the negatives, the obvious one is the comfort. I mean, it's up to you. If you can live with it, fantastic. At least I'm not used to this kind of a little harsher ride. The second negative is with the stock bike, the pillion seat. It is really slim and doesn't offer much of support. And then the third thing would be this the engine heat. Obviously it's a big cylinder, big cc engine. Another thing which can hamper your experience is the turning radius. I mean, if you're turning, you need this width of a road to actually take a U-turn. It's a bike made for the world. It's built to really good international standards. We come to the verdict now. If you dig cruisers, you should definitely try this bike out. I mean, this bike is spectacular in every sense. Just go and try it out. Go for a test ride. I'm sure you're going to love it. If you like cruisers, somewhat like cruisers, and you want a bike for office commute, again, this is a fantastic bike.